everyone, it's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great day today. Sunday afternoon. It's a rainy day here in Belleville, Ontario. Only about 15-20 minutes from the great Glenn Calloway. And him and I are going to be digging soon, and hopefully in the next week or two. And great guy. Going to enter a contest from a new channel that I've just discovered. And again, from Rachel, from Glenn, the normal guys that and girls that I discover all these channels from, and keeping up with all the contests and the threads, plus working 40 hours a week, I don't have a chance to catch up all the time or watch everyone's videos. So I apologize, Jerry, that I'm not 100% familiar with your channel, but I plan on being so. But I still want to enter the contest. Great channel so far from what I've seen. And he's at 85 subscribers, and he's pushing to 100. Been there, done that, Jerry. And Glenn's been there as well. We've all been there. And it'll happen. Pretty easy. Contests are a great way to push for subs. And not that I'm any expert, but just keep on doing what you're doing, and it's going to happen. I've changed a bit as far as editing and that type of thing, but I've pretty much kept the same consistency going, and I think people like it. If you try and be more than what you are, then it's just not going to work. But great contest to attempt to reach 100 subs. Of course, the regular rules: be a subscriber, showing vinyl only, no CDs, cassettes, or 8-tracks, or reel-to-reels. And Friday, October 16th at 7 p.m. And winners will receive a $30 Amazon gift card. So, 10 questions. Pretty straightforward. And hopefully I'll answer them as best I can. So here we go. So tell us how long you've been making videos for the vinyl community. Well, I've been doing this since about late November of 2019. So not that long ago, I guess. And I was watching the Canadian Stud Muffin, his name is, from Trenton, where Glenn lives, and a few other channels. And I figured if these guys can do it, I can do it. I may not be as polished as they are, or I didn't know where to start. I bought myself a camera and figured everything out on my own, watched YouTube videos on how to do it, and all these guys giving you advice, and just slowly learned as it went. And I'm still not 100%. I have changed a few things on what I've done. I went from PC to my iPad, which is a lot easier to work with. I still go back and forth because I do a lot of editing on the computer, but it can be a pain in the butt sometimes. So it's just a learning process, and that may change as time goes by as well, as I continue to grow. So since November of 2019, it's been a blast. I met so many great people. The vinyl community is A1 in my books. It's a great place to go when you're having a crap time, and you want to wind down, watch a few videos, do a video, and then get some great response, and also respond to their videos. And we're all pretty positive people, and again, great community to unwind and relax and be comforted that you're not going to be judged for who you are. Obviously, you're mindful of what you say, and you try and be on top of the ball, because there's many people out there that are watching that have 10 times the knowledge that I do. So I'm not going to BS anyone as far as what I think I know or don't know. But I'm having a blast. I'm having a great time. Number 2, so I kind of answered it as well. What got you started making videos? I kind of just answered that as well. Just from watching other people, I'm getting encouraged from others, friends and co-workers, when I talk about what I plan on doing. And it wasn't from, it was just a want. I've always loved music, always tried to describe music to people. Some were interested, some weren't, and that this is a great forum to do so, and I'm so glad that I did. Whose videos do you always try to watch and why? Wow, that's a loaded question, man. There's so many, so many, and working 40 hours a week doesn't give you a lot of time to watch a lot of videos and try to do your own videos. So you find the time to watch a few, keep up with everyone. I know Rachel's been doing a ton of live videos. I haven't been able to get on there to do anything. But of course I watch Rachel, the Music Ma'am, Glenn Calloway from the Basement, Christina, the Vinyl Guru. I love her to death. AJK Anthony, awesome channel. Aaron Mutha Alamar, who I just sent out a $30 Amazon gift card because he won my contest. I pushed for 200 subs. Pete CD Vinyl World. Chris, Blues Vinyl Guy. Love Chris. Chris Profi, Musically Obsessed. Love him as well. Richard McCook. Rob Walker. DJ Trish. I mean, I could go on and on and on. But I there's so many out there. And but those are the staples that I watch pretty much, and I get a lot of information, especially from Rachel and Glenn and Chris and everyone else, and Chris Profi especially, about all the threads and the contests, and it just helps me to keep up with what's going on in the community. So yeah, again, I didn't mean to leave anyone out. There's so many, as I said, and great people. Every one of you guys are great people, guys and girls. So I'm not intentionally leaving anyone out. I'm just, as I said, I only have so much time, and I watch these main people. Why do you watch mine? Well, unfortunately, as I said, Jerry, I just subscribed to your channel. So I've only watched a couple of videos. I like what I see so far. You're going to make it for sure. You got a great presence, a great style. And as I said, if I can give you any advice from the little bit of knowledge that I have, just keep on doing what you're doing, because and from what I've heard from Glenn and what I've heard from Rachel and then others, you've got a great wide knowledge and a wide like of music. So that piques my interest right there, because I do as well. I have my staples and my comfort zones, but I'm trying to branch out and get into more music. So I'll get into more of your channel for sure, and I'm wishing you all the best. Show your top 5 albums and ones you'll never tire of or never sell. I'm not going to sell any. I've given a few away, kind of a pay it forward type of thing. And the haul that I just got a couple weeks ago, I had a fair amount of duplicates, and I had first offered them to Glenn and to Chris Profi, and the quality just wasn't there for them to want, which I understand. They're still decent. They're BG type of thing. So there's a lady at work that her and I always chat up on my channel and stuff, and I gave a bunch to her, and she's loved every one of them so far. And I'm not expecting anything back. It's just, if I can spread the joy of music, then what the heck. But my top 5 changes all the time. This is becoming a top 5. Very much so. I listen to this thing constantly, but it's not on my list. I just had to show that because it's an amazing album. But yes, this is my first. Will always be my first. I got into it before even the Beatles, and it's just from start to finish, an amazing album. Love it. You'd think Dark Side of the Moon would be my favorite, but Animals is actually my favorite. And it's just, again, from start to finish, an amazing journey. It's remarkable. Remarkable stuff. Point of No Return. You can't get any better than that. This is my first delve into, except for Pink Floyd, into progressive rock, and just a wonderful album, wonderful from start to finish. And these are albums that you can't just listen to a song. You just have to listen to it from start to finish. Some days it's Revolver. Some days it's this one, Abbey Road. Again, all depends on the day. But so far, this is always going to be my top 5. And again, that could change daily, but this is definitely my top 5. But some days, Revolver's my top 5. So you just never know. And this may be a surprise to some people, but ever since I've heard this back in, 76 or 77, and it just sounds just as good today as it did back then. Boston's first album. Every song on it is amazing. Every song on it I've heard 1,000 times, but I still don't tire of it. And remarkable stuff. Remarkable stuff. How long have you been collecting albums? Well, that's a bit of a story, sad story as well. I started way back with Machine Head, with We're an American Band, and Frampton Comes Alive, and Rumors, and all those standard albums. Got into Alice Cooper, and started slowly collecting and built up a fair chunk of albums. And then the digital age hit. Was in the process of getting married, didn't have room, sold all my albums, and before I did that, I put most of them on CD, because that was a thing back then. I regret it to date, because I had a lot of great titles, and then got back into it again. It's been a roller coaster ride as far as albums. Got back into it again, slowly building up albums, and then started working at a center where everyone was into gaming, and I was too, but not to the extent that they were, and I wanted a better gaming system. So what I do, I got rid of my albums and got a gaming system. Stupid stuff. But and then for the last about 5 years or so, I've started to build this collection that I have, and fortunately, been given a lot of albums, great albums. Got this great haul that I just had, and my collection is just overtaking my life right now. So I've had a roller coaster ride as far as albums. I don't have original albums from when I was 15, 16. I've loved every one of them, but and I was watching Glenn's video. I'll give you my address too. If I happen to go through this stage again, you can come over and give me a slap on the head as well, because I don't plan on going anywhere with this. I put too much work into it to get rid of it, and but I don't have a consistent history with my albums, but I'm so happy. But I also think, looking back, I wasn't as mature. That's a big word for me. But I wasn't as mature with my collecting and my love of the music as I am today. You almost like you take it for granted back in the day. But now you appreciate the music so much, and you can understand the music so much more, and you know what you like and what you don't like, and you're not afraid to try obscure bands and bands that you never went into. And so I think it's a growing and a maturity level that gets you to where you are. I could just be blowing smoke too, but I don't think so. I think that's where I am. I'm just more mature in my musical style, and love what I have. So that was a long-winded answer to that one. Pull out your 100th album. Well, fortunately, I was just going through and putting everything in alphabetical order, and only got to the D's with my 100th album. And I've still got, I'm at the S's right now as far as finding everything. So I've still got T to Z to go through. But this was actually my 100th. It's not a Deep Purple theme by any means. It just happened to be on my 100th album, their second album, Book of Taliesin, which is an amazing album. And Rod Evans, Nick Simper were the bass player and the lead vocalist at the time. But just happened to, by luck, happened to be my 100th album. So cool stuff. And my comfort artist. Well, this should have been in my top 5, but it's always been my comfort album. And regardless of where I am, what I do, how I feel, I always know when I throw it on, it's going to be a comfort to me. And again, I've heard it a million times, but I think because of that, it's a comfort album, and it's Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. It just takes me. It's the kind of album where you can just put it on and it takes you to so many directions, and it gets rid of any crap that you've had during that day, and you know what song is coming, but there's still surprises in the album even today that you discover. And it's well produced, well done. It's a masterpiece. Favorite concert memory? Well, I thought I was going to say my very first major concert. I saw a bunch of local bands, but my very first major concert was Led Zeppelin. Van Halen supporting their first album at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. That was my first major concert, but I don't remember that as much because I was still in my teens when I went there. I still remember David Lee Roth doing splits in the air and jumping 10 feet in the air and that type of thing. And Eddie with his guitar and stuff like that. It was just amazing show. We were off to the side, and we were kind of looking down to the right of them. But my most memorable concert was when I saw the late great Jeff Healey, who opened the show, and then Jeff Beck was the second star on the bill. And then that opened the door for the late great Stevie Ray Vaughan to come out. So those three artists in the same bill, and that was just a few months before Stevie Ray Vaughan's tragic accident. Of course, again, as I said, we've lost both Jeff Healey and Stevie Ray Vaughan, who were the best of friends, and they highly respected each other. If you see any videos with them playing, they almost in fun have a contest to see who's the better player, but not in a bad way, in a good way. I mean, they're just highly respectful of each other. And when you watch videos and Jeff's up jumping around and Stevie Ray just kind of looking back and smiling at him and saying, "Holy shit, man, go ahead, just go." But those three artists on the same bill. And Jeff did that. He jumped up on the concert and flailing around and just remarkable. Jeff Beck, I don't know what he does to that guitar, man, but it's just, he makes it sing. It's just remarkable. And of course, Stevie comes out with the big boa and the feather in his hat and that huge presence that he had, and it just blew you away. And just remarkable stuff. So that's my most memorable concert. And finally, show a 45 or a 10-inch. Well, fortunately, in that haul that I had, included a 10-inch album, which I don't own any 45s. I don't own any 10-inch, but it's on Cameo Records. It was 69 cents back in the day. It's a family library of recorded music, barbershop favorites. Oh, how I wish you tonight, sweet Genevieve. I wonder how the old folks are at the home. Okay. She's only a bird in a gilded cage down in the old cherry orchard while strolling through the park one day. The Melody Men. Yeah, it's by the Melody Men. That's the only 10-inch album that I have. I've just never been a fan of 45s, I guess. I thought of getting the Beatles 45 mono collection, but I have all their albums. Why do I need the 45s, or why do I need to spend the money? I know it's a collectible thing, and that's cool. But when I put on, I prefer to listen to a whole album than 45, and that's just my opinion. I mean, there's tons of people out there that love 45s, love 10 inches, and that's cool. It's just not me. But anyway, that's it for me. I know I rambled on a lot here, but congratulations to DarkSide Vinyl. You're going to reach 100 subs, no problem. And again, just keep doing what you're doing. Jerry, you seem to be a great guy. And again, you'll reach 100 subs, no problem. So go to Jerry's channel. I'll put the link below to DarkSide Vinyl's channel. And go subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell, and do all those things that YouTube wants you to do. And it's just going to help Jerry's channel. Do that to mine too if you haven't subscribed already. And have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.